Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Allahumma allimna bima yanfa'na wa anfa'na bima tu'allimuna wa zidna min fadlika ilman innaka ala kulli shayin qadir. O Allah, teach us that which will benefit us and benefit us with that you teach us out of your grace, and you have the power over everything. Ameen. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Today we are learning the lesson number 9 from the book Quranic Language Made Easy. In the previous video, I discussed about the lesson number 9, in which we learned about the nouns are divided into two forms. The first one is the definite noun or the proper noun or the Marifa noun, and the second one is the common noun or the indefinite noun or the Nakirah noun. And I can give a brief introduction again in this video so that you get an idea about what is Marifa and Nakirah. So the definite noun or the proper noun or the Marifa noun, it refers to a specific noun or person or animal or thing. It means someone or something definite, and you have the specific noun in your mind. And they are the permanent names of persons or places, and they refer to unique or particular objects, and it can be on their own. And they cannot be preceded by words like some or any. Okay, for the examples we learned were Musa, Ibrahimu, Maryamu, Muhammadun, Ahmadu, Makkatun. And the second one, the Nakira nouns or the indefinite noun or the common noun, they refer to non-unique or non-particular objects, and they can be preceded by words like some or any. And when you like, they are referring to common and non-specific noun, person, place, animal or thing, etc. And it can be given to any member under that category of nouns. When you say indefinite, it really doesn't mean someone or something definite. For example, if you say a girl or any girl, bint, right? So it's just any particular girl. But when you say that particular girl, Zainab, then it is a Marifa noun or a proper noun. So today in this lesson, Nouns 2, we are going to learn about how to convert the indefinite nouns or the Nakira nouns into Marifa nouns or the definite nouns. In Arabic, the indefinite nouns, that is the Nakira nouns, can be converted to definite nouns or Marifa nouns by three ways. The first one is placing the article al, which means the, as a prefix, which will result into the tanween changing into a single dhamma. Any tanween, not only just the dhamma tanween, any tanween will change. If it is a dhamma tanween, it will change into a single dhamma. If it is fatha tanween, it will change into a single fatha. And if it is a kasra tanween, it will change into a single kasra. For example, like you have al here, the article al here, and then you have baitun. Baitun is a house or any house, right? But when you have an article al before baitun, what happens? The tanween of the baitun, this drops, and it becomes, you have a single dhamma here. It becomes al baitu. This was actually a house or any house, right? Before al. And with the al, what happens? The tanween drops and it becomes al baitu. It becomes the house. Okay. So the article al means, which means the as a prefix, which will result into a tanween into a single vowel. Okay. The other example is al plus kitabun. This was kitabun and this was a or any book. But when you have an article al, what happens? The tanween of the kitabun drops and it becomes al kitabu, single dhamma. This is, instead of a book or any book with article al kitabu becomes the book. And al plus rasulun. This was rasulun. It was a or any prophet. But when you have al, then what happens? The tanween drops and it becomes a Marifa noun or the definite noun. It becomes ar-rasulu, which is the prophet. Okay, so this was a Nakira noun or an indefinite noun before, and now it becomes a Marifa noun or a definite noun with the article L. So this is the first way of converting a Nakira into a Marifa noun. The second one is attaching a pronoun to the definite noun will also result in the tanween into changing the dhamma tanween into a single dhamma. For example, the pronouns. Remember the pronouns from our previous chapter, the beginning one. We learnt about who, huma, hum, the attached pronouns. Who, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna, ya, ni, or na, na. Right? Those are the attached pronouns. So what happened when you have a pronoun to the indefinite noun? This is the indefinite noun. It has a tanween at the end. This is a nakira noun or an indefinite noun. So what happens when it combines with the pronoun, the attached pronoun, the tanween of the tun drops and it becomes single tanween, single dhamma, and it becomes baytuhu. It becomes his house. It was actually a or any house before, but when it combines with the pronoun, attached pronoun who is his or it, right? So now in this case it becomes his house. The tanween drops because it combines with the pronoun. Remember, we have learnt in the previous lesson about attached pronoun with a noun. The tanween drops when the noun attached with a pronoun, right? The same thing. So this is a nakira noun or the indefinite noun. When it combines with the pronoun, attached pronoun, then the tanween drops and it becomes a marifa noun or a definite noun. Kitabun. Kitabun was a nakira noun. It was a book or any book. But when it combines with the pronoun, attached pronoun kum is your. Okay. And this is second person. And kitabun plus kum, the tanween of the kitabun drops and it becomes kitabukum. Kitabukum. So it becomes your book. It was a book or any book before, and when it attaches to an attached pronoun kum is your, and then it becomes your book. Kitabukum. The tanween drops. And then similarly, Rasulun, it was a prophet or any prophet. When it combines with the first person masculine or feminine pronoun na, then na is our, right? So it becomes the tanween of the lun drops, Rasulun, it becomes Rasuluna. Okay, this becomes our prophet. So this is the second way of converting the nakira noun into a marifa noun or indefinite noun into a definite noun by attaching a attached pronoun. And the third and the last point is how to convert the nakira noun into a marifa noun is this is attaching a proper noun or a marifa noun or an definite noun to an indefinite noun or nakira noun or common noun. It will also result into the dhamma tanween changing into a single dhamma, right? So what we are doing here, we have a nakira noun here or an indefinite noun, and when you add it to a marifa noun or a definite noun, so what happens? Then it will result into a marifa noun or a definite noun. Okay, so these are the three ways we can convert the nakira noun into a marifa noun. What is the third one? This is the attaching a marifa noun to a nakira noun will also result into a marifa noun. That is, we have an indefinite noun Rasulun, it was a prophet or any prophet, and Allahu, this is a marifa noun, it is Allah's proper name. And what happens? The tanween of the Rasulun drops and it becomes Rasulullahi. Okay, it becomes prophet of Allah. And similarly, Baitun, it was a house or any house and it has a tanween at the end. When it combines with the Allahu, the marifa noun, then the tanween drops and it becomes Baitullahi. It becomes house of Allah. And similarly, Azabun was a nakira noun which was having a dhamma tanween at the end. It was a punishment or any punishment. When it combines with annaru, a marifa noun, because it starts with al, anything that starts with al is a marifa noun, you have learned in the first point. So annaru is the fire, it's a marifa noun. Then what happens? It becomes azabun, the tanween of the bun drops and it becomes azabun nari. It becomes punishment of the fire. So this is the third way you can convert the nakira into a marifa noun is by attaching a nakira noun to a marifa noun or an indefinite noun to a definite noun will result into a definite noun. And in these examples, the second noun ending with a kasra here. You can see all in these above examples, the second noun, you have two nouns, Rasulu and Allahi. In every case, the second noun is having a kasra here, like Rasulullahi, Baitullahi, Azabun Nari. This will be explained in the later lessons. This is because of mudaf, mudafilay. This you will cover in the coming lessons. I'm just giving you the name of it. Okay. So this is mudaf, mudafilay. Okay. And inshallah you'll learn in the coming chapters. Let's take an examples of our nouns which are starting with al. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So the first one is from the Surah Baqarah. Lahu mulkus samawati wal ardi. So here, for him is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. So the examples of Marifa noun are as-samawati, because it starts with al. This is Marifa. And wal ardi. Even this starts with al. This is also a Marifa noun. Okay. So anything that starts with al is a Marifa noun or a definite noun. So these are what? The heavens and the earth, right? So this particular heaven, so the prefix al, which means the, right? And the next example is Tilka ayatul kitabil hakimi. These are the signs of the wise book. So the examples of Marifa noun here are al-kitabu, because it starts with al, that's why it's a Marifa noun, it's the, and al-hakimi is again Marifa because it's starting with al here, right? So it is the wise book. Al-kitab is the book, al-hakim is the wise, right? The wise book. And then in the next example, it is Hatta yaravul azabal alimi. So in this, until they see the painful punishment. Again, you have al-azabu is our Marifa noun and al-alima is also a Marifa noun. So we have two Marifa noun. Azab is the punishment and alim is the painful. It's the painful punishment. Let's take an examples for nouns with the pronouns here. This is the second point where we convert the indefinite noun or the Nakirah noun into a Marifa noun or a definite noun. So how do you do that? By attaching the nouns with the pronouns. إِذْ قَالَ لَهُ رَبُّهُ. When his Lord said to him. So where do you find a noun with a pronoun here? It's Rabbuhu. This was actually Rabbun. This was our Nakira noun because it was ending with a tanween. This was Lord. And then when you attached with the attached pronoun who is his, and Rabbun is the Lord. So it becomes his Lord. So the tanween of Rabbun drops and you have a single dhamma here, Rabbuhu. And the next example is وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُنَا بَيِّنَاتٍ. And when our clear signs are rehearsed unto them. So here the example for the Nakira noun, the noun with the pronoun is ayatuna. This was actually ayatun. Okay. And plus our pronoun na. Na is our and ayat is clear signs. Signs. Right. So here we have, this was ayatuna. This is a combination of ayatun plus na. Ayat are the signs and na is our. These are our signs. And avalam taku ta'tikum rusulukum. So here, did there not come to you your messengers? So here our the noun with a attached pronoun is rusulukum. Rusul is the plural for rasulun. So this was actually rusulun plus the pronoun kum. Kum is your. This is the second person. Your, and then rasulun were messengers. This is in the plural form. Rasul is the singular and rusul is the plural. So this was rusulun and then plus kum. It becomes the tanween here, rusulun drops and it becomes rusulukum. Your messengers. And next, the examples for nouns with nouns. That is, for example, how do you convert the Nakira noun into a Marifa noun is by adding a Marifa noun or a definite noun to a Nakira noun or an indefinite noun. So the examples are فَلَعْنَةُ اللَّهِ عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ. So here you can see this was لَعْنَةُ. This was لَعْنَةٌ, the nakira noun or the indefinite noun. La'natun, and then it was Allahu is our Marifa noun. So what we are doing here, we are combining a Marifa noun and a Nakira noun will result into a Marifa noun. Right? It becomes فَلَعْنَةُ Allah's curse. Okay? So this is Marifa. And then ذَلِكَ فَضْلُ اللَّهِ. That is the grace of Allah. So here, this is our Marifa noun. This was actually Fadlun, and this is the Nakira noun or an indefinite noun. And then you combine with a Marifa noun, Allahu. This is our Marifa noun, will result into again a Marifa noun, Fadlullahi, grace of Allah. And the last example is Rabbus Samawati, Lord of the heavens. So this was Rabbun, our Nakira noun, plus As-Samawat, our Marifa noun, because it starts with Al. So this was Marifa noun. So what this will result into again a Marifa noun. So these are the three ways in which we can convert a Nakira noun into a Marifa noun. And also remember the point, Marifa nouns cannot be changed because they remain same. For example, the name Maryam, it can't be changed, right? It's a proper name. Muhammadun, it will never change. They remain same. So you can't convert a Marifa. You can only convert the Nakira noun because they are not definite nouns. They are not unique nouns, right? You can convert that into a Marifa noun. So let's see some examples from the Quran for Marifa and Nakira noun. Let's take Suratul Kahf. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdu. So here, Alhamdu, it starts with Al here. So whatever starts with Al is our Marifa noun, right? So Alhamdu is all praise. This is our Marifa noun. And we can take Abdihi. Abdihi. Remember, Abdihi is a combination of a noun and a pronoun. So this is again our Marifa noun. This was Abdun plus who, the pronoun who. So the tanween drops and then it becomes Abdihi. It's because of the jar majroor before it. And then Al-Kitaba. Al-Kitaba is our Marifa noun because it's starting with Al. Anything which starts with Al is a Marifa noun. And then Qayyiman. Qayyiman is our Nakira noun because it ends with a tanween, right? So this is straight. So this is our Nakira noun, Qayyiman. And then Ba'san, right? It's Ba'san Shadidan. So this is punishment. This is a Nakira noun. Shadidan is also, this is severe. So this is also our Nakira noun. You can find so many Marifas and Nakira nouns in the Quran. You just open a page and then you will end up finding so many Marifa and Nakira nouns. And in this one, you have Al-Mu'minina. Mu'minina is the plural for Mu'minun. So you have Al here. That's why it's a Marifa noun. And As-Salihati. So As-Salihati is righteous deeds. This also starts with Al and this is also in the plural form. This is again a Marifa noun. And Ajran Hasanan, right? So Ajran is a Nakira noun because it ends with a tanween. This is a Nakira noun. And Hasanan, Ajran is a reward and Hasanan is good. So this is also a Nakira noun. There are so many nouns. You can just keep looking for the tanween, the words that ends with a tanween and the words that starts with al. So inshallah you'll be able to find many Marifa and Nakira nouns, inshallah. And here you have Basharun. Basharun is a man. So Basharun ends with a tanween. This is a Nakira noun here. And Mithlukum. So this is a combination of noun Mithlun and then plus kum. Kum is a pronoun. So what happens when it combines with a pronoun? The tanween drops and it becomes Mithlukum. So This is a Marifa noun because a combination of noun and a pronoun is a Marifa noun. And then ilahun wahidun. So ilahun is the God. Ilahun is God. So this is our Nakira noun, and wahidun is one. This is also our Nakira noun. And Rabbihi. Rabbihi is a combination of a noun and a pronoun. So that's why it's a Marifa noun, because it was actually a Rabbun plus who, the pronoun who, it becomes Rabbihi. Before it is a preposition, that's why there is a kasra on Rabbi, Rabbihi. And Amalan, Salihan. These two are Nakira nouns. Amalan are the deed, and Salihan are the righteous deeds. And then Ahadan. Ahadan is anyone, right? This is also Nakiran. Rabbihi is again the Rabbihi is again a Marifa noun, a combination of noun and a pronoun. So inshallah, in our next chapter, we'll be learning about Sifa Mausuf. So Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.